Hey, what's up, guys? Kananga here. Um, I guess before we get started, I'm gonna talk about well, I guess as you see in the freaking title up there, um, I'm doing a review on the Onslaught of the Fire Kings, man. After going over this deck, there's so much synergy. I'm actually really proud of Konami for this piece of, I guess, artistry, really. I'm really happy how this deck, is supposed to work fundamentally. Although there's a lot of cards that would ultimately not make the cut, but those Fire Kings are pretty nasty in their own right. And of course, mixing them with some Flamvales, damn, I was really intrigued, and I'm actually going to build a deck with it. So I'm actually really excited how that's going to come out. I don't think they'll be quite Fire Fist worthy. The Fire Fists are pretty nasty. So many pluses and stuff like that. But as for a beginner deck with the Onslaught of the Fire Kings, this deck is pretty badass. So buying three would not hurt you in any kind of way. You got Pot of Duality, Flamvell Fire Dogs. The Fire Kings are pretty cool. They have some good stuff going for them, and even Rekindling isn't so bad. Um, I used to use Flamvels a long time ago with Rekindling and what was it, Light and Darkness Dragon as a pretty nasty stun. You just use Rekindling and Synchro and then tribute off for a what is it, a Light and Darkness Dragon, and just kind of lock your opponent down for a little bit. It's actually pretty fun. So I think that's gonna be the spin I try to go with this one, but it'll be more Fire King, oriented, just to give the little deck an experiment and give it a go. But ultimately, I'm trying to build Fire Fist because I know YCS Austin is going to be next month, a little bit before my birthday on the 24th or 23rd and 24th. So I'm definitely going to that. So if you guys are going to be going to YCS Austin, shoot me a PM or whatever you want. Leave it down in the comment section below, and let me know. And I'll be filming and stuff like that. So like if you guys want a shout out or something like that, I'm definitely down for that. YugiTube is all about growth, so I don't mind giving shout outs to people that I think are cool. So, all right, let's get this review going. Okay, guys. So fundamentally, this is the structure deck, and I'm going to go in order in the way the cards actually come out of the packet. So, of course, there is the Garunix. He's the Fire King avatar, whatever guy. He works a lot like Nephthys. If you guys didn't play when Nephthys was around, be prepared to see him again, mainly because he just gets reprinted in here. Although you probably wouldn't use him so much, mainly because he does destroy like all of your own spells as well when he comes back, which I'll get to here in just a minute. But that's something you really don't want to do. But it does destroy your opponents, which isn't so bad. But anyways, all right, let's get started. So this is the main boss guy, Fire King High Avatar Garunix. If he's destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon him back from the graveyard. He has to be destroyed by a card effect, not by battle to activate that. Special summon him during the next standby phase, and destroy all other monsters on the field. Not so bad. Gets off the rest of your Fire Kings, and their effects go off as well, so that's pretty cool. And then if he's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King monster except himself, so that's not bad. He always replaces himself, not so bad. Onslaught of the Fire Kings, if you have no monsters on the field, you can activate this card and special summon one fire beast or beast. What is it? One fire beast or beast warrior or wing beast from your deck. Its effects are negated and is destroyed during the end phase. You can only activate one per turn. Um, you can activate it, summon him. He's destroyed. He comes back during your opponent's standby phase, which would be the next standby phase, and destroy all monsters on the field. Not so bad, and he'd come back. And then, of course, you have Circle of the Fire Kings. You target one fire monster on the field, one in the grave. Destroy the one on the field, and special summon the one from the grave. You can only activate one per turn, which isn't bad. And it's a quick play, so that's awesome. You can activate him, of course. He'd get him back, and he'd destroy all the monsters on the field. But you'd probably want to destroy, like, Braum, because he's definitely the Searcher. That card right there is just like the gateway to everything. Avatar Brong, he's pretty much just the searcher of the deck. He's an 1800 beater, which is not bad. I actually really do like this deck a lot. And then we've got Kieran. If you face up Fire King monster, you control is destroyed by a card effect except during the damage step. You can special summon this card from your hand, which Braun can do as well. And if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can send one fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. So he gets stuff into the grave like Braun and your Garunix. And even if this guy, like, even if you normal summon him or something, and they like say warning him or solemn judgment him, his second effect still goes off. So that's pretty cool in its own right. Here's a Sacred Phoenix. If it's ever destroyed by a card effect, special summon it during your next standby phase, and it destroys all spell and trap cards on the field. Not so bad. I like them because they're both level 8s, so like essentially you could run like what is it? Oh damn it, I forgot what it's called. I think it's Trade-In. So you can totally like draw 2 cards or whatever. Manicore, I'm really glad that like Card of Safe Return isn't around anymore, because like you could do an infinite loop with 2 Manicores and Card of Safe Return, draw your deck until you get Exodia, which I'm glad that's been long gone. Manicore of Darkness, you can really do that. It's pretty nasty, and you can choose as many times as you want to do that, since it is a you can, and it's pretty cool. What it does is, whenever this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one beast or beast warrior or wing beast type monster from your field to the graveyard to special summon this card. Essentially, he can send himself and keep special summoning infinitely. Pretty nasty. Goku is not too bad. I actually like this card. If you control a fire type monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When you do target one fire monster and you control, destroy that target during each of your standby phases. You can make a token. Then you contribute another fire type monster you control to have it gain 500 until the end phase. Not bad. I like that that it's a level 6, and plus with like Manicore stuff like that, you can exceed for 6. But that's something I'd probably cut from a build. If I were to make anything. Hazy Flame, Hippogriff. Your opponent cannot target it as a with cards. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, you contribute it, and it gains, or tribute one of the fire type monster, gain 300, whatever. Laval, Lancelord, meh. Flameville Fire Dog. I was surprised how many of those other monsters had 200 defense. This guy is a beast, and then you equip this with the Horn of the Phantom Beast that does come in this deck. Man, this deck can become nasty. Flameville Poon, Pound. I'm pretty sure it's Pound. If it's destroyed by battle, you can add one, fire monster with just any monster with 200 defense or less from the deck to your hand. Not so bad, but you can find stuff that's better. Neo Flamvell, if your opponent has 4 or less cards in their grave, it's supposed to go with Neo Flamvell and remove your opponent's graveyard. But he's not bad. He's just a good level 4, exceed. But I think Flamvell Magician is better, though. Real Firestorm card, hadn't seen this card in a long time. Pretty much a Pot of Avarice for your fire-type monsters, pretty awesome. Volcanic Rocket, you can definitely run the Volcanic way with like Blaze Accelerator and Tri-Blaze Accelerator. It's just okay. 1900 Beat Stick gets you Blaze Accelerator from the deck. Volcanic Counter, meh. Molten Zombie, glad to see this come back. This is really old, although I'd really cut it. Flame Spirit, just gains 300 attack during your battle phases only. Special summon it by removing one fire type monster from your graveyard. Raging Flame Sprite, this is really old. Attack once for 100 direct damage. Next turn attack for 1,000. Next turn attack, actually for 1,100. Next turn attack for 2,100. It just every time it attacks directly, it gains 1,000. Foxfire, really old card. Flame Tiger, meh, it's okay. You can special summon it instead of conducting your normal draw phase. Little Chimera, man, this is from Metal Raiders. This used to be a rare for Metal Raiders many years ago. It just gives all your fire type monsters 500 attack. 2 UFO Turtles. You can make a floater version of the deck, but there's a more direct and aggressive way of doing it. Rekindling is awesome. Really glad to see this in here. There's a lot of 200 defense fire type monsters. It's really awesome. You just special summon as many as possible, fill up the field, exceed Synchro, tribute off for Lad, whatever you want to do, it's all there. And just don't have them get removed, you know. Blaze Accelerator, just pretty much tribute a fire monster, or actually a pyro type monster, 500 or less attack. Pop a monster, but you can't attack. Wild's Nature Release, not so bad. I actually like this card. Just choose a beast or a beast warrior type monster. It gains attack equal to its defense, and it gets destroyed at the end phase. But it's actually not bad. I actually like that card. Pot of Duality, awesome. Just simply awesome. If you're barely beginning, this is a really good deck to get started with. Pot of Duality, really awesome to see in here. Giving noobs the power. Don't worry, we were all noobs at one time. Trust me, I was a scrub. A Hand Destruction, not so bad. Get your fire monsters in the grave. Activate that really cool stuff. Get your Fire Kings going. Creature Swap, not bad. You know, give your opponent the pound that you just summoned with your whatchamacallit. I guess a normal summon or whatever. Just definitely swap it out. Not so bad. Burden of the Mighty, cool anti-meta card. I'd probably keep that if I did make that kind of stun Lad build. Burden of the Mighty is really not that bad. Backfire for some extra burn, because that's what fire monsters do. They burn and attack directly. Flammable Counter, actually not a bad card. Just remove a monster with 200 or less defense, and it has to be a fire type. Doesn't just have to be a Flammable. Phoenix Wind Blast, this card is awesome and just very heinous. Horn of the Phantom Beast, getting those pluses. This is what this deck's all about, and so is Fire Fist. Horn of the Phantom Beast is nasty in this deck. Blast with Chain, man, I hadn't seen this in a long time. A long time. It's an okay card. It's not so bad. This right here, for that last freaking Ring of Destruction field effect, not bad. Just target or tribute one fire type monster and inflict damage equal to the original attack to your opponent. Not bad. Not bad at all. Regretful Rebirth, meh. Nightmare Wheel, meh. It's okay. And Call of the Haunted, because Call of the Haunted's awesome. That's pretty much the deck. I think if I had to rate this, I'd rate this like a 3 out of 5. Most definitely. This deck is really promising, and you get multiples of it, and you can make a nasty deck with it. Sure, it'll need some staples and stuff like that, but for the most part, this deck is ready to go with just a couple of these babies. I definitely do like this deck, and I definitely recommend it if you're starting. You'd make a really strong deck by just purchasing 2 or 3 of these guys. But until next time, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.